I do love being in a nationalistic country, so I was here for all of these guys around me. Yeah, they're all getting served first because it's their country. Can you imagine? Hello, full please, thank you. So yeah, I've just moved the bike closer to the action. But yeah, when I arrived, there were 2 Vietnamese people and me. They both got served, and then 5 more Vietnamese people turned up, and they all got served. But I like it, you know, when you've come from a country that's totally raped by foreigners and puts foreigners first, which is obviously completely backward. Thank you. It's really refreshing to see a country that actually values its own people. Yeah, I mean, obviously it can be a bit frustrating as a, you know, to be clearly a second-class citizen, but at the same time, it's right. You know, I am a foreigner, and I'm not part of their culture or their community. And they're very accommodating, very friendly, but I'm not one of them, and I will always come second. I think it's great. And of course, I'll have to pay my way. I'll have to be on very strict visas. I'll have to pay for my own rent, my own food. There'll be no handouts. Why should there be? It would be completely nonsensical to invite a load of foreigners to your country and give them handouts, especially when they come from countries with very low IQs, very low impulse control, zero empathy, and they think that surprise sex is just what you do. Anyway, regular viewers will know that my videos are a bit behind, a couple of months behind. So we are 2 weeks into the Agenda 2030 war, what's been called the Iran war, all those weapons of mass destruction that never exist. So yeah, that was the first time I've really noticed a big difference at the petrol pumps. I think to fill up usually costs about, about 60,000, £2. Maybe it's a bit more, but that costs 110,000. Now my tank was very empty, but yeah, it's definitely, it feels like it's gone up by 100% that would be. But it's definitely, yeah, it's basically double, but it's still cheap as chips. It's still, what was that? It was still £4 to fill up my tank. Cheap as chips doesn't really work anymore, does it? How much are you paying for your fish and chips in England now? About 18 quid. Oh, you're gonna have to rethink that phrase. What about cheap as an immigrant's monthly rental cost? Bloody invading. Hey, hey, how you doing? So me and these ladies have quite a bond. I think they've been featured, but these are key characters in my life that should be featured more. Although obviously we can't speak to each other at all. There's an energetic connection. I come here every day for my sugar juice, and I just give them my abundance of energy, and they seem to really appreciate it and like it. This one's very giggly. We communicate by laughter and smiles and fingers. 1, 2, 1. Gamine! Thank you very much. Have a good day. 50 pence for a natural, healthy Red Bull. Oh, I hate this bit so much. So, as you know, I come here every day to film my videos and just be in, well, the most beautiful place ever. And I've realised that if I take this path rather than main steps, then I avoid these first 2 women. Now, up until recently, bearing in mind I come here every day with my own drink at non-tourist prices, at first they'd be like, hello, hello. Now they've stopped. About 3 days ago they realised, oh no, that's that tight Yorkshireman that brings his own drink so he can save 30 pence every day. But then there's this next one. Now these have stopped talking to me as well. These realised a long time ago, they're not actually here today, but yeah, they realised a long time ago that I'm a tight ass Yorkshireman. But it's so awkward having to walk past them every day. I just stare at the ground. And yesterday it got to a point where I was like, I should just buy a drink just to get rid of this awkwardness. But then we'd be back to the whole eye contact, hello thing, are you going to buy something thing. When, okay, so we're talking about tiny amounts of money. It's not about that. It's when you're an expat and you live somewhere and you start to obviously, you know, work out the prices in the local places. To then pay a tourist price, and I'm not saying they're wrong for charging it, I think they're dead right. But don't expect me to pay it when I'm not a tourist. It just cuts through me, you know, paying twice as much for something when I know the real price. I just can't do it. But I am really feeling like how it's actually not worth it. it would be better to spend an extra 30 pence every day and not have this horrendous walk of shame and like not making eye contact. Oh, isn't life ridiculous? Anyway, I'm hoping that I'm not going to shit myself today. Yeah, for about 10 days now, my house has been very wet, let's put it that way. So this morning I've had 3 charcoal tablets. So I'm really hoping that I'm not going to end up squatting in the woods and shitting myself today. Well, not shitting myself because I realise it's happening and I do a little squat. Now I'm rather concerned. There seems to be 2 tourists in my spot. What are you doing here? Go away. Oh man, you've got to be kidding me. They're literally in my studio. I'm hoping they're just coming to have a quick look at the lake and then they'll go up to the monastery up there. Oh yeah, this is my studio, guys. What the fuck do you think you're doing? I reckon if I just sit down and start doing my thing, they'll soon fuck off. Yeah, they're just here to look at the lake. Go on, off we folks. And off we folks they did. I wonder if me getting my cock out and having a piss about 10 metres away from them had anything to do with it. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It's just fantastic, you know. And when I was driving here and obviously just filming my videos here, like it's just fantastic. I definitely think I'm going to live here long term, especially with the Agenda 2030 war kicking off. You know, I was thinking about going to Japan and experience, you know, because that is the one thing is how noisy the people are, and you know, and that's their culture and their community and how we communicate. And of course, there's loads of positives about that. But from my point of view, you know, I just hear loud speaking all the time, no matter where I am, except for here sometimes. But even here, you get it quite a lot. So I was thinking, oh, I'll try out Japan and try out a really quiet, polite culture. But the idea of being on an island in these times, you know, it feels safer to be on a big modge of land where there's different countries and different borders and might have slightly different takes on things, even though obviously everything just comes uniform from the top. And but yeah, it definitely feels safer. So I think I'm just gonna stay in Vietnam, and unless it gets really crazy in Vietnam. But yeah, Dalat is a winner, and you know what? I mean, there's so much going for it. There's all the beauty, and you know, just absolute beauty. There's the size of the town, the fact you can get most things. Yeah, but yeah, it's not completely commercialised. It's not like Phuket or Pai or, you know, somewhere where tourists have been going for years. But it's the climate. You know, I mean, today is a sunny, hot day, and it's just a really nice day. You know, it's perfect. You know, for a Westerner, the climate in Southeast Asia is really intense. Like when I was in Cambodia and Thailand, I couldn't do anything from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. And it's okay, you work out how to get around it, but it's pretty debilitating. Whereas this middle of the day can come out, the light is the one. We're heading back to the wooden house. I'm going to get a few things. There's no towel, so I asked him if I can get a towel from the last house. He was like, yeah, sure. But I'm also, which I haven't asked about, I'm also going to take a pillow, because there's only one pillow in my current house. And I'm going to take a blooming knife and fork and a bigger plate as well, because my house isn't very well stocked in the cutlery front. Hey, how are you? Back to my fans for the last time. One of them was asking me if I was going to come back and play with him the other day. I was like, no.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, how's it going? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool, I've just come to get a few things. How's school today?
It's very peaceful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good seeing you, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah. Oh, it's all being cleaned. I feel like I shouldn't be in here. Alright, let's get a few things. Oh, I just had an absolute nightmare as I was, well, not reversing, like backing down the alleyway that I used to live on. I came around the corner and somebody had put a load of kidney beans out in the sun to dry, and I just clipped it with my bike and knocked all the kidney beans on the floor. I just didn't know what to do. I stuck around for a bit, but there was no one there, so I just did a runner, obviously. That's so bad, man. That's like their lunch. Anyway, I've got all my supplies. Oh, this junction's mental. Did feel a little bit bad taking one of the pillows because it obviously matches all the bedding there. And it's going to be weird when we next go in and there's a pillow missing. I probably need to text him about that. But yeah, I need 2 pillows. I've been thinking about it, actually what I should have done. What I was going to say is it's not that big a deal with kidney beans because I've seen them drying stuff like, I've seen them drying fish on the pavement. So, you know, the fact they're on the floor with my Western conditioning is like, oh, that's the end of the food, but it's not. I'll just pick them up, which is obviously what I should have done. But I was just like a bit bamboozled by the whole situation. So I did the lack of integrity thing and just drove off. But it's a lot, man. When you're in, you're in a foreign country, something like that happens. Like, it's a lot to deal with. But next time I will pick them up. Now that I've had that experience, I'll be able to take a bit more of a breath. Excellent. So it's not that there aren't any pillows here, but there's no covers for them. So this place, for original OGs, what do you think this place reminds me of? Another place that I've stayed in the past. Alright, I'll tell you. So it reminds me of staying with Max in El Salvador, in that it's just a very funny space that is kind of hodgepodge together, but does work. I'm not criticising it. This metal wall, for example, it reminds me very much of Max's place. The random boxes of his stuff all over the place, for full cupboards that I can't use. It's just very much like Max's place. But to be fair to this guy, this place is clearly new and in development, particularly those that saw up here yesterday. But then, it was when I was sat here that it hit me last night. I was like, oh yeah, this feels just like Max's place in El Salvador. And it's like the openness of it all. And then, like I say, just feel like higgity-piggityness, like wood, green plastic thing, open space, another plastic thing. Anyway, so in terms of whether this place is quiet, it all depends on this property here. So obviously I'm going to do a much more in-depth video on this, but living in any neighbourhood in Vietnam, from what we're used to in the West, particularly like a middle-class Westerner that's used to like big gardens and detached or semi-detached houses, I realised yesterday there's no gardens here. Like, it's literally like every house is just on top of the other one, so of course it's going to be noisy. Then you've got all the cultural stuff and just, karaoke and all that sort of thing. But this house here, I think it is a house. I think they live upstairs. But yesterday it was a business premises, and it was a business premises till about 11 o'clock at night. Flowers. Both, like, Grab drivers were turning up with flowers, and then trucks were turning up to take flowers away. I'm hoping it's something, like, obviously yesterday was a big day in their operation. I'm hoping like it's something that doesn't happen too often. But some flowers got delivered this morning, so I just don't know. And it's literally the house bang opposite me. So it basically all depends on whether that house is a business premises or not, as to whether this place is semi-quiet. But quiet isn't the right word, bearable. Bearable is the right word. I actually got the bags going up and down all day as well. You realise how detrimental to peace and quiet the combustion engine is. Like, this road back in the day before the combustion engine would be so much quieter. It's just like this constant, here we go, constant intrusion and low vibration, which obviously is just totally normal now. And now we've got to a point where they drive around beeping. But like, that is, it's just so intrusive. So I think the only answer for me is to get out into the hills, into a detached property that doesn't have neighbours and isn't on a road, because otherwise you just get this constant combustion explosion. But like I say, I can cope with that. What I can't cope with is this guy chucking boxes around at 11 o'clock at night, literally piling them up against my flat. Obviously just totally normal out here, but yeah, pretty shocking as a Westerner. So we're having another delivery now, which is hard to get in the shop. And they're just so noisy, like you can't just be like, oh thanks mate, cheers. It's like this. both the woman and the man in the house are shouting. They're not shouting, they're not being aggressive, but they are shouting. You know, they can't just have a normal, what as a Westerner, a normal, quiet, quick communication would be. Which again is you know, is a commendment and is beautiful, and the fact that they do talk and communicate is great, but so loud. I mean, of course, for how, you know, when I first saw this window, I was like, oh, a double glazed window, but not really. I mean, this is my wall, a wooden door, and then, you know, there's holes, and this is just glass. So, you know, it basically just comes straight into the house. So in general, it's pretty peaceful, other than the bikes, but that's fine. But then all it takes is one delivery, and then suddenly you've got 10 minutes of like, whoa, like really loud. Anyway, it's fine. Like, I'm the one living in a Vietnamese neighbourhood, of course. It's for me to find the right place that's right for me. It's not for them to change. But yeah, it's yeah, I suppose it's the fact that I'm only here because I committed to 3 months and paid some rent up front, and now I'm here for 40 days. If I'm going to use all that money, it's 40 days. Ah, God, it's hard work. So I've got to 2 PM, I've done all my editing, now I'm waiting for the videos to upload one by one. So a few weeks ago I just got stoned at this point, but I just don't want to, like, I really don't want to. I want to stay active, because obviously I can't be sober and do nothing. I have to, if I'm going to be sober, I have to be doing something. So I think it's time to look at a gym, and this one is really close to where I live. So yeah, let's find out how much it would cost. Is this a gym or is it a restaurant? I'm not sure. Hello, where's the gym? Gym upstairs, alright, thank you. I'm not sure how I find out how much it costs because I can't get it. Hello, can I find out how much it costs here?
Yeah.
Can I come in? Thank you. Oh.
Yeah.
Now come forward?
Yeah.
Alright. Wondering how much membership is and if you do classes? Do you do classes or is it just like a gym? So like aerobics, yoga, fitness classes?
Sorry, it's no, it's English.
Oh, okay.
What do you?
Yeah, so it looks very much just like a meathead gym. Whereas I need more of a ladies' gym. I need a gym where they're like, right, do this, put your foot here and do that and stay motivated. Because this just bores the fucking shit out of me. How much is it for a month, and do you do gym classes or is it just training as an individual? Yes, one month costs 500,000, so that's £15 and personal training. Okay, cool, thank you. So it's actually very reasonably priced, like I say, £15 a month. Thank you. But yeah, just personal training. I mean, maybe it's not necessarily a women's gym, like a boxing gym or a fighting gym like I did in Bali, that would work as well. But I think even that's a bit much for me at the minute. You know, I'm 40, why am I learning to fight? Plus my wrist is fucked anyway. So I think I just need to lose this. So I think a nice, you know, gym that does stuff like, what is it? I can't remember any of the bloody names. Body pump, baby! Honestly, this crappy internet situation is so annoying, so I'm like, right, I'll go back, ask AI which gyms I should look at, and then go and look at them, and I'm like, oh no, I can't, because my phone needs to be in the flat for the next 5 hours uploading videos. So I can't get around anywhere. I mean, I guess I could load maps on my other phone, but it's such a shit old phone. But yeah, it is a real problem having crap internet as a YouTuber that uploads 5 videos a day. The AI tells me that this place has great internet, apparently. Now, I don't know where you park. I've just parked on the pavement. But I'm worried that it's only coffee. I'm hoping that it's a food place as well, and then I can come here and eat every day and upload my videos. And it looks like it could be really in a very nice, natural setting. Let's find out. Oh wow, look at this. It's definitely gorgeous. So the next question is, do they do food? Wow, look at this. What a setting that is. Oh, man, I might even be able to have a little joint here. This is gorgeous. It doesn't look like it's open. Is it open? Hello, do you do food? Oh, cool. Can I see the menu? I hear you have very good internet here, is that right?
Yes.
Good for uploading video fast. My phone to do internet and I come back. See you soon. Thank you. Yeah, so really reasonably priced menu, not extensive. But yeah, I'm going to let this one video upload, which will probably take another hour, and then come back here and see if I can upload the second video any faster. And sit in a lovely garden where that all occurs. And this is clearly where you park, not at the top of the drive, blocking the pavement like a retard. So much better than the one more place cafe, or one more cafe place that I was probably going to go to because it's close by and it is really good food. But you know, remember last time I went and we were playing rap music? I mean, honestly, anyone that can be around rap music, you know, forget the lyrics, forget the sex, drugs, violence and all that, just the vibration of it. Like, if you're not feeling that dagger to your soul with every beat of fucking rap music, then there's a fucking retard. And what I mean by that is be so conditioned and so brainwashed and so numb that they can't fucking feel anything, and therefore is retarded. So inside this pot is a massive cockroach, which I put this pot over it yesterday when I was stoned and just couldn't really deal with it, and I was just gonna let it die, but I can't. The more I, you know, have a shit and see it, I just, you know, it's not for me to be the decider of this guy's life. So I'm gonna try and get it into nature. Well, not into nature, just outside my bloody house. Camera doesn't want to stay on its stand. Let's see what we can do. I think it's upside down. Oh god. And it's gonna be almost dead because it's been... Oh, they're such disgusting creatures, man. It's very hard to have any compassion for a cockroach. Oh god, I can feel it on my hand like scrambling. But yeah, we're gonna release it outside and hopefully it's still got enough energy to survive, but to be honest, I think it's pretty much dead. It's just about moving its legs. Let's see how it reacts when it's given freedom. Oh my god, they're so disgusting. Have you got any life left in you? Yeah, you've got nothing, have you, mate? That's dead. I might just Google what they eat and give it some sugar water or something. But yeah, I mean, oh my god, like, what am I doing? It's a fucking cockroach. Who gives a fuck? Oh, they're so disgusting. They eat anything. So they prefer sweets, meats, starches, and grease. But they will eat paper, bookbinding, soap, hair, glue, and dead insects. So I'm just going to put some... I'm just going to get some of this morning's mango out of here and give it a bit of that and, you know, see if it survives. But I think it's too late for this guy. Hey, do you want that? Oh man, I feel really bad. He could barely move. He prefers there's a bit of mango. I think it's game over for this guy. I left him under the pot for too long. So can I just catch I don't know, you probably didn't get to see that, but a bike selling candy floss of all things, of all pointless things. Just came down the street with a bell. Boom, 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 boom. I'm the candy floss seller. Come and get your candy floss now. I get people need to make a living. I'm not even making any judgments. Like I say, it's not my country. I don't get it. But it's just so bizarre for a Westerner. Can you imagine someone coming around and making a racket in England just to sell you some fucking candy floss? But you know, in England we're just handing out money on the welfare system. So people don't need to survive. So it's a completely different world, and I get it. Well, I don't get it, but I appreciate, you know, that noise isn't even worth considering when it comes to survival. You know, like if you're this guy, for example, then your whole survival is based on whether or not you sell that basket of corn, I think it is. I get it, and I get you might need a little bell to tell people you're the corn man. Like, okay, cool, but it's just so annoying. It's just so annoying. There's nothing else I can say. I'm not making it wrong. It's just bloody annoying. Anyway, my video has now uploaded. The cockroach is dead, and I am on my way to Ann Coffee for some scram and to see how effective their internet is. So their internet in the wooden house was incredibly good. You know, it used to take me 10 minutes to upload a 10-minute 4K video. Now it's taking about 2 to 3 hours. This looks like, yeah, I'm so put off after yesterday's experience, where, you know, she spoke really good English and I very clearly said beef only, and then it came with pork and crab. But I haven't given up. I haven't given up on getting to know Vietnamese food, because I know it's amazing. It's just, oh god, such random meats all put together. Oh, I love this place. Yeah, this is great. Some woman from, you know, probably a kilometre away started wailing over a speaker a minute ago, which was a bit sad. But yeah, really, really gorgeous place. Hello again. Thank you. Can you hear it? It just amazes me that speakers and shouting on speakers is just so normal. Like, for whatever it is she's doing, like, so many people get disturbed. But then, are they disturbed? I don't know. Like, I think it's just so normal out here. It's like if you remember Carlos Tevez did an interview and he was saying, like, when he joined, it was either Man City or Man United, and they obviously put him in a millionaire's house, and he was like, he hated it because it was silent and he couldn't hear the neighbours around him because there weren't any, because he was living in like a mansion with fields. And then he moved into a council estate and was much, much happier because he'd grown up on a favela in Argentina. Is it Argentina? Yeah, it's Argentina. And you know, all he knew was noise. And I guess it's the same, you know, if you go up in Vietnam, like, you don't even notice someone screaming over a speaker, because it's just the norm. Whoa, oh my god. Oh my god. I've never seen anything above 50 before. Right, this is one that matters to me. Obviously, it's always a good sign if the other one's good. Wow, so I'm working with 15 at the minute in my flat. Oh, wow. AI got it so right. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. Let's upload some videos fast. I really hope the food's good. I mean, sadly, it's a really small menu, but it's really reasonably priced. Like, I reckon this could be like my Acamonas in Bali. Or was that awesome one on the main road, Stone something. You know, I could just come and sit here with my laptop and buy a smoothie for £1 and then use the internet. Just do all my uploading here in nature. Oh, this is an absolute winner. Hopefully that bitch isn't... Oh, here she is. That was a good time. Screaming over a microphone every day. Guess I just have to get used to it. The other thing is they don't play music. Now sadly there's these two here play music out their phone, but it's not too loud. You know, it's bearable. The worst thing about it being out of the phone is that tinny crap sound. But yeah, it's bearable. And I've said hello to them, they are really nice people, but yeah, people play music out of their phone, oh my god. But overall, this is fantastic. Awesome. So this is a salted apricot juice. Oh wow. I guess it's just apricot juice with salt in it. It's very strange, but it's good. Come in. So all of this has cost, honestly, about £3. It's maybe £4. Sadly, it's pretty much the only thing on the menu that stands out, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be spending lots of time here. So these two are fast becoming the bane of my life. Underneath that carpet is a load of plants. On the left is a load of plants. They've just gone out and come back with that box. And of course they can't do anything without talking about it. It's just so loud. So yeah, definitely a business. Definitely going to be super noisy. Definitely going to be 40 days of hell thanks to them. Of course, they're just living their life and not doing anything wrong, but yeah. And it just amazes me how much they have to communicate with each other. Like, it's like they just can't ever be in silence. It's just constant communication. And you know, he's not even in the picture now, and she's still determined to talk to him, so she'll just shout. Fucking nightmare. It looks like they're going out again. Honestly, when they shut that gate, it just makes me so happy, because I know that it means I'm going to get some peace for however long they're gone for. But they're probably going to turn up with a load of boxes when they come back and just more stuff. So it's looking like what I experienced last night till 11 o'clock might be the norm. Like, I think every day they go out and collect all these flowers, which I'm all for. I love flowers. They go and collect all these flowers, box them up all day, and then at night, oh, they're back. Oh, they're shouting. And then at night, this big lorry comes twice. It came last night to collect them all. What are they doing? They must have forgot something. I have to acknowledge my part and what the universe is teaching me and showing me. You know, clearly I've been put in this noisy situation for a reason, and it's really showing. Obviously, I'll speak about this in way more depth on my psychology channel, The Broken Mirror, at The B Mirror. But it's really showing me my need to control things, and like, you know, how on it I am straight away. Like, the minute there's a noise, I'm like, ugh. And like, you know, that shouldn't be, and like, you know, like, okay, I'm a control freak. So this is obviously all happening for a reason, and those flowers are so beautiful. Like, their line of work is amazing. What a way to earn a living, dealing with flowers. Shit, I'm a murderer. If anyone knows why cockroaches die upside down, do let me know in the comments. I tried to break my cycle of ordering grabs every night. I mean, it must be, oh man, I mean, going back to Cambodia, it's basically every night for 2 months. With a few exceptions. But yeah, I'm feeling really positive today. I wonder if it's partly about, I think it's a house move. Like, I just feel much better in this place. More desire to be alive, essentially. So I just put, I searched for a good restaurant. Gemini recommended a restaurant, put it into SatNav, but didn't take into account the name of the restaurant. And then obviously, you know, you're on a street like this, and it's like, arrived, and we all know how good Google Maps are. So I have no idea which restaurant it was, and it all just feels a bit overwhelming, to be honest. So I'm going to go back and order a grab, but at least I tried, eh? Man on a bike with a big box. Yeah, it's not good news. So there's a package, and there's lots of more packages piling up there. So it seems that this is a nightly activity. These are the operation hours of the business that I've moved opposite. Why? Why every time? You know, like I was saying earlier, I can appreciate, you know, I'm in a Vietnamese village. I can even take lessons from it. And, you know, even be grateful for having the experience of living in a Vietnamese neighbourhood would be a better description. But why do I have to be bang opposite a delivery business? Like, when every other house on the street is just a house? Why did the last house that I lived in, why did the house next door to that suddenly turn itself into a school with 40 pupils? I know the answers, you know, because I know that everything happens for a reason, and everything is a gift to help with some sort of expansion. But I'd rather not expand, thanks. I just want to be in peace and have a joint and do my YouTube without being disturbed with packages. Anyway, it doesn't look nearly as extreme as last night. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's about to get a lot more extreme. But, you know, I'm hoping it's not an operation that goes on to 11 PM at night and ends up with boxes piled up in front of my entrance. That would be really nice.